What's up, guys?
See if
Nobody's watching
anybody
right now.
hops in. I know I can see.
So, eventually, people will watch this.
We'll give it like 10 minutes. We'll just talk about life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. How come the last one, did you pre-announce it? And that's why because it popped up on my thing. Like, hey, come watch.
What's up, 2S Earthworks?
Hey, we got one.
What's up, man? So
already 1 like.
Yeah,
we're doing good.
We got 2 viewers, 1 like. Pound that like button for all you guys watching the playback. We're just starting. Here's my buddy Josh. We used to be neighbors. He's a good friend of mine. So we thought we'd talk about budgets. We got a budget video ASAP, probably within the next week or so. We got to do some editing, and then that'll definitely be on here. But we thought we would do a live stream to answer any questions, get some interaction with you guys if you guys are interested in how we live our lives, how we save our money, how we can buy nice equipment and toys,
$500 watches,
guns, watches, you know, all that type of stuff. So,
all right, guys. So yeah, this video is all about budgets, the first thing is
don't give out too much information though, because we do have the video coming out. So this is
that's true. That's true. The first thing is, if you don't got one, you gotta make one. Yeah. You gotta have a budget.
Yep.
But yeah,
everybody says budgets are evil though.
I don't say, but no, budgets are free.
They're free.
They're free. They free you. That you know exactly how much money you got left over to spend on toys.
Yeah.
Or put away in savings.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah. So, what questions you guys have for us?
I think there's one person watching this.
Oh, somebody hopped off. They were like,
"Who are you right now?
These hooligans.
Who's watching this?
These hooligans." They're like, "We're out of here."
It might just be me.
Oh no. Oh no, we're good.
Just
We're good.
you. That's all right, man. It's kind of late in the day. There might not be a whole lot of people on here. You got any questions about budgets, Earthworks? I think you run a business, right? Don't you run a business?
Well,
I think he runs a business.
We got to give some numbers. We got to talk. We got to fill some time here.
Yeah.
Fill some time.
Yeah, excavation. I knew you ran a business. See, this guy already knows probably about budgets. He has his own business.
Yeah.
I got a question for you, Earthworks. Do you run your business off of credit, or do you finance all of your own jobs and stuff? Because, I mean, you've been watching my channel for a while. You already know I pay cash for everything. And, you know, I don't really use credit cards or anything like that. I'm kind of against that kind of stuff.
These pauses are painful. Like the wait.
The pause.
To ask a question and then wait.
Oh, yeah. Well, my internet's so slow, too, sometimes. You know, it's buffering on their end or it's, you know, something.
So one thing we realized is your and I total monthly costs are extremely similar.
Yeah.
Extremely similar. So, hey, we got Ben here.
What's up, Ben? Thanks for joining us. We're talking about budgets. You finance your equipment. Okay, what about, like, how do you cash flow your business? Do you just pay 100% cash for, like, fuel? And, you know, if you have employees, do you pay them with a credit card or do you pay cash? How do you finance your business? Like, for me personally, I have a savings account. All the expenses go through the business, kind of like that. My personal life, I don't use credit cards or anything like that. So, what do you guys do?
So, we got to talk about your grocery budget, though, because we put it out there already.
We'll talk about my grocery budget.
We put it out there. We teased it, so you got to live talk about this grocery budget.
So this is Josh's grocery budget.
We can just show shopping lists. Here's yesterday's shopping trip at the store.
And here's mine.
And
if I put it extra close, it looks longer.
There's the side by side.
So here's my grocery list for a week.
Scrolling.
There's Josh's.
But you know, honestly, well, tell them how much you spend on groceries a week. Just tell them your
$25 a week is all I spend on groceries.
So $200 a month on average.
125.
Holy smokes!
100 bucks a month on groceries, and then 50 of it is basically for toiletries and that type of jazz.
So he gets 50% up front. Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a solid way to do that. Makes sense. So he's doing $100 a week, and
yeah, so I do $100 a week for my
or no, $25 a week.
$25 a week for my groceries, $100 a month, and then I got $50 for like the toiletries, like toilet paper, dog food, and you know, diapers, that type of that type of stuff.
All right, so guys, okay, I do. We do 400 a month, and the funny thing is, Brian and I have the same amount of kids, and they're almost the same age. So we try to do about $100 a week. This one right here is 117. We went over a little bit.
You got that right, Earthwork.
We bought more produce than normal, and we bought more meat than normal. We kind of bought meat for 2 weeks, not just one. So how do you get your budget? How do you get your food budget down to $100 a week? What are you eating? What are you eating?
So basically, if you want to live off $100 a month in groceries, you're gonna eat milk, eggs, pastaroni, mac and cheese, hot dogs, eggs, pancakes, waffles.
Can I call
rice.
it the welfare diet? Is that
welfare diet?
Is that not PC? Because I know.
No, dude, they eat better than me.
They do. No shit, they do. Edit that out.
Yeah, no. With my grocery budget, if the people that were getting EBT saw my grocery budget, they would probably cry.
They'd laugh at you.
Yeah, they would.
Because they would laugh at you. I mean, they laugh at you as they're eating their chicken and their fried, you know, like their steak.
Yeah, they'd
maybe
be
some
like,
pizza. You don't have any pizzas.
Yeah.
See, that's weird.
No, we do get the Red Baron every once in a while.
I was gonna say I usually have 2 of those in my freezer almost at all times.
Yeah, and eventually every now and then we'll get hot and ready Little Caesars.
Yeah.
We had Little Caesars today, actually.
I mean, a huge part is obviously just not eating out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He's the one with the huge. He just talked about that.
Oh yeah, you got to make 12K. Whoa, man, that was a ton of money.
Oh,
dude, that is insane.
That hurts.
12K a month
to break even.
Yeah, to break even.
Man, I hope that by getting some of your equipment paid off, that you can really just cash flow in a couple of years. Man, that's a situation. Like he said.
What Earthworks? So what kind of equipment do you have? Do you have more than one piece of equipment, or just only one piece of equipment? How do you I'm not gonna give you recommendations on how to run your business because you probably already got that figured out. But if it was me, the equipment that I'm not using regularly, I would sell that and try and pay down that debt so you don't have those monthly payments, so you can lower your overhead. Because what kills people is in the wintertime, they have to make a certain amount of much money a month, and if they don't make that, then the bank comes and repos their stuff, man. And I don't want to see
a job. Then they got nothing to work with.
Yeah, I don't want to see that happen to anybody.
That's crazy.
So
okay, so back to what you're doing.
So back to my. This is the only thing we're going to talk about, the groceries, on this live stream, because
the rest of the budget's in the video.
All the rest of the budget is in the video. We want to save some good info for that. So, yeah, $25 a week.
That blows me away.
Dude, you have a lot of equipment. Is all the stuff paid off, or do you owe on all of the stuff?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Is any of it paid off?
Yeah, is any of it, do you own any of it, or do you still make payments on everything?
Okay, so half and half, he said. Okay.
Half and half. Okay.
Got something to work with.
So you own half of it and half you're renting.
Mortgaging. It's not rent.
Same
he's got a lien on it. He's got rights to the deed. So would you say easy mac and cheese? Not even Easy Mac. Like you have the box, 30 minutes on the stove.
Yeah, the cheapest mac and cheese you can buy, 48 cents a box from Winco. That's where we.
Do you only shop at Winco?
We typically only shop at Winco. Sometimes we'll pick up diapers from Walmart or Fred Meyer's, or bread or milk from Fred Meyer's or Walmart, depending if the price is like way lower. Or every now and then, you know, milk at Winco will be above $2, so we'll go to Fred Meyer's or Walmart and get it for, you know.
Are Wincos nationwide?
You know, that's
so
a
Fred
good
Meyer.
question.
Fred Meyer is our Kroger.
Yeah, Fred Meyer's, Kroger, Walmart's, Sam's Club, Winco
is self-owned.
Basically, it's like Costco, except for you don't have to pay.
No, it's not like Costco.
What?
Sam's Club is like Costco.
Really?
Yeah, Winco is like grocery outlet bigger.
Oh.
So we have a little. So we do most of our shopping at Fred Meyer, and then we buy certain things at a grocery outlet, which is one of those discounted grocery stores where the stuff's going to expire in the next couple months. And we do a lot of like the snacky stuff, like granola bars and, you know, maybe some cereal stuff we're going to eat quick. We'll buy it there because, you know, we can get it for pennies on the dollar usually. So you just can't be picky. Obviously, can't be picky. So, but
if you want to have a budget of $25 a week for food, you definitely can't be picky.
Oof, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, and I look healthy to you guys, don't I? I mean, yeah. Those.
He's got this same chin thing going on, but he hides it. So.
Well, I did not have a double chin.
How much do you weigh right now?
I don't know, 200. Probably 200.
I'm 207.
205?
I'm 207.
Okay, we're
really close.
We're pretty close.
Maybe he wears it better. I don't know.
I am a little bit shorter, ain't I? I think so.
One thing, like I said before, I noticed you don't buy a lot of meat.
Yeah, meat's very
and you don't
expensive.
buy produce.
Yeah. Sometimes we buy produce. Not very often, though. It's expensive stuff.
So we buy, like this time we bought 2 pounds of chicken breast, almost a 1.5 pound London broil. We have an Instapot. That's huge. Crock pots, rice cookers, and Instapots will help you save money because you can cook up big stuff and then you can meal prep it. You know, you can basically package those meals the rest of the week and nothing goes to waste.
So Earthworks got a really good question right here.
Oh, yeah.
How do you guys decide how much to keep back each month, like to save? Okay, so basically, me personally, I don't plan a specific amount to save each month. What I do is I plan on how much I know I have to spend, right? The rest goes into the savings. Like, so basically my budget is basically, I know I'm going to spend $3,000 per month. You know you're going to spend 12, right? Mm-hmm. So basically, I work as hard as I can, and then I only take out $3,000 from the, or $2,000 from the business. I get $1,000 from rent, basically. So, I already have my budget set up, so I only spend $2,000 only, and then whatever's left over is left over in the account. So that automatically at the end of the month just gets transferred out to the savings. That's basically how I do it. I basically set up a false sense of poverty, basically. It's basically self-imposed poverty.
Yeah.
I make myself poor, basically.
And we do something
I pretend like I'm poor.
Very similar. Like I said, our budget is just like a couple dollars over $3,000 a month, and anything we make over that each month. And we're in the process of paying our house off early. So anything extra. We have a little column for birthdays that come up that month. Kids need shoes, jackets, Christmas, those type of things. We budget for it. New tires, brakes, all that type of stuff that pops up. Okay, so if I had $1,000 extra over my $3,000, and now I got to, replace some tires, maybe that's $450. Okay, I'm going to take the extra. It goes on my mortgage.
Yeah.
So
basically, Doc, so am I making any money right now? Profit. So today I did not work today, so I didn't make any money today.
But in general, your business is ran debt free, so everything,
so
everything you do is profit. You have no debt.
I have no debt in my business, so basically everything I make is profit.
Yeah. So both of us live a debt-free lifestyle. When you watch that video,
let me rephrase. The only debt I have is the mortgage.
Oh yeah, we both have mortgages. Yes.
That's the only debt we allow is the mortgage.
Yep. So cars are paid for.
Yep. No car payments.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
So.
Car payments are what will kill you. Car payments.
If people keep signing the loans, they're just the prices are just gonna keep going up.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Ford F-150 used to be the high, or maybe an F-350 was what, 30-something thousand 10, 15 years ago, and it's doubled.
Yes, Ben. Hashtag Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey for sure, man. We're both Dave Ramsey guys.
23,000 a month coming out a month. Holy cow. That's insanity. Yes, Doc Holliday. I have paid cash for every piece of equipment I own. It started out, I was making 80 or 75,000 a year driving tanker trucks. And when I made 75,000, I was able to save $30,000 in 1 year. No joke, $30,000 is what I saved. I know it sounds crazy, but that's what I saved. And if you think about it, out of the 75, 50 of it was take home.
That's insane.
25 was basically, you know, taxes and insurance and all that other jazz that gets taken out of your check, you know. So we really had a very tight, strict budget. And I saved cash. We paid cash for the dump truck. And then I slowly, you guys watch the videos in the dump truck history playlist. I just slowly kept fixing little things. And then eventually I got to where the business started itself. How much, let me read that question again. How much total do you have invested in your pickup?
Oh man, not that much.
My pickup truck itself, that's a great question. So I bought the pickup, I believe I bought it for $4,000. And then I paid like $250 for a front drive line. And then like $150 for drums and brakes. And then like another $150 for the paint job. And
cars are a great topic. We should talk about the cars because you have 2 cars, I have 2 cars.
Yeah,
all paid off.
I would say I probably have about $4,500 to $4,800 invested in my pickup truck. Okay, let me get to these questions as they're coming. So I'm going to go in order. J. Diesel, in investing in a dump truck to haul gravel, sand, and dirt, I'm based out of Washington State. Is investing in a dump truck to haul gravel, sand, and dirt. I'm based out of Washington State. Can you obtain regular work through those? Long haul right now, trying to truck more local.
If you can pay for it cash, I would say.
So if you can pay for your dump truck cash, I would not buy one right now because now you're not going to make any money right now. The money is to be made from like April further forward. You know, April, May, June.
Spring to winter.
Spring to winter, basically, is when you're going to make your real money with a dump truck. Right, but I will say this. Right now is probably a decent time to buy a dump truck because everybody that is getting rid of their dump truck because they know they're not going to make any money during the winter, or like halfway through winter when people are getting rid of their equipment because they have no money. So those are the 2 times to buy equipment.
Valid point.
I would say. Do you see yourself buying new equipment, or will you stay with used? Doc Holliday, I would love to buy new equipment, but at the current time, I can't really justify it because it's so easy for me. I'm so mechanically inclined, and I love working on stuff, I always buy used stuff because I feel like it's a lot cheaper and you're getting basically the same thing. Everything breaks down, even new equipment breaks down.
That's actually how we met. Was you were welding?
Yeah,
I needed that little hole welded on my boat.
Yep.
And I drove around the block one more time and pulled up and said, "Hey man, you think you can just like tack weld this real quick?"
Yeah, he had a pinhole in his aluminum boat. Pinhole. And I was out in the driveway welding away like
you were welding aluminum too at that point. You were doing a job for somebody.
Yep. I was actually working on somebody's boat probably or something. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll weld it up for you. He's my neighbor, so I was like, oh hell yeah, I'll do that. So I tack welded it, and he's like, well, what do I owe you? And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. He's like, oh, I'll get you a beer, and I don't really drink beer. But I'll take root beer though.
Yep.
And so this guy, like a day or two later, I go to my front doorstep and there's a 6-pack of Henry Weinhardt's and a Lowe's gift card. I'm like, dude, this guy is the coolest guy in my neighborhood. Like, we have got to be friends from here. Yeah, no problem, Jay.
Okay, so back to cars.
So used equipment versus new equipment, right? Older equipment, obviously, you're going to work on it. You got to know what you're looking at when you buy it because you can really get yourself into trouble because if you buy something that is so used and so worn out, you're going to end up putting tons of money into it. If you get something that is moderately worn out, then you can just you can enter the process of maintenance, basically. You know, you just slowly replace stuff as they break, you know. If you buy new equipment, you're going to pay a whole bunch of money up front, right?
And you could have depreciation. I mean, you're going to have depreciation. Everything depreciates. So.
Is that true for women? Evan,
women are a whole different story, bro.
I don't even claim to even get close to understanding women, man. That is, if you think you can understand women, you got something coming.
Do a video.
Yeah, do a video. Do a video so you can learn the lesson.
So we buy used cars.
I buy used stuff, used equipment. Number one, because I enjoy working on stuff. I don't really enjoy working on it, but I do. I force myself to enjoy it, and it saves me money. So I love saving money. Everything that saves me money, I love. Right?
True that.
So,
true that.
Yeah. I buy used equipment. If I had the money, though, I would buy new stuff. If I had the money. If I could pay cash for it 100% free and clear, like...
Yeah, if you could afford to take the hit, why not?
Brand new chainsaw. I did not buy a used chainsaw. I bought a brand new chainsaw. Spanking brand new. Because I had the money to buy it, you know?
You missed that comment, but it was pretty funny.
Oh, I'm going to go back to it. If it dries, floats, or it's cheaper to rent. Yeah, that's probably pretty accurate.
Nice. So, let's see. So vehicles, let's talk about vehicles. What did you pay? You have an Explorer.
So I have a 1969 F-250 and I have a 2011 Ford Escape.
Oh, Escape.
So, interesting story on the Escape. We bought that for, I think, $23,000 back in 2013. And that was before I knew the whole Dave Ramsey thing. My payment was like $150 a month or something like that.
That was part of your stupid tax, right?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
When you buy stuff with debt, you get stupid tax.
Yep. You pay way more than it's worth.
I took $7,000 loss on a car for stupid tax.
Yeah. So I bought the Escape, and then I got lucky. Well, I didn't get lucky, but I got lucky in a sense because I was able to pay it off really quick. I was in an accident at work, and I did get a settlement from L&I. And instead of blowing that at the casino or doing whatever, I went and took 100% of that settlement and just paid off the Escape free and clear because I knew I didn't want any more monthly bills. The stupid people in the world are going to tell you, oh, don't pay it off, just refinance it and make a lower payment. don't ever refinance to make a lower payment. It just takes longer to pay it off, and you end up paying more in interest. So you end up paying more money in the long run, even though you're paying less monthly. Don't ever do that.
For sure. I own 2 vehicles. I have a 2008 Chevy Malibu, and because I had money sitting in the bank, I was able to talk the person down. Let's start with, it had 40,000 miles on it when I bought it. And I bought it 2 years ago, and I paid $7,000 cash outright.
What's that?
The Malibu, the car I drove
the
today.
Malibu,
yeah. And then we have a 2016 Dodge Grand Caravan. Again, we paid cash outright. We traded in a vehicle, and oddly enough, I paid $7,500 on top of the vehicle that I traded for it. So we own that outright. Both my vehicles have less than 55,000 miles on them, and I'll get plenty of years out of them. So,
yep. So here's one thing I want to touch base on, because I know some of you guys probably have this, I'm going to call it a mental disability, because I had the same thing, and so did Josh. Basically, us guys, and all of us guys have this problem. We buy a new truck every single year.
A new something.
Or a new vehicle every year.
A different vehicle.
I guarantee you, a lot of you guys do the same thing that we did.
Every couple of years. You need a flashy new toy.
Every single year. For some of us, it's twice a year. You get a new vehicle, you change trucks. I'm tired of this truck. It's always breaking, this and that, and you just convince yourself into buying something else. And then that turns out to be the same situation.
I'm horrible at cars. That's my nemesis. I love vehicles.
Yeah. We all... So, basically...
What about tax
What about tax write-offs? Okay, so...
What write-off do you get from a car?
Well, if it's for a business, you get a write-off.
Okay. I don't get a tax write-off.
Earthworks, let me phrase it this way. So, with my dump truck... I didn't get a whole lot of write-offs per se, but I get a lot of write-offs because I have more expenses, right? So your expenses take away from your gross income, right? So that lowers your net income, right? And your tax on your net income, right? So you have more expenses, so it offsets in that way. So you may not get the tax breaks at the end of the year with write-offs, but you'll get them in expenses, right? So you're going to spend the money either way. The government's going to take it either way. So
the answer to your question is discipline and motivation. Once you start saving up money and once you change what your goal is, like right now, Brian's goal is to get his house built out in Shelton, right? So he's fully motivated to plow towards that. And, you just don't do it. It's not worth it anymore. The shiny car isn't worth it. Now, I'm not saying I don't drive around all day long and look at the car next to me and go, dang, I wonder what it's like to drive that. Like, that's a pretty sweet-looking car. But you know what?
Say that.
I just keep driving my car.
One way I keep myself from doing that is I always say, I wonder how much debt that guy's in.
I do say that, too.
I said, man, I bet that guy's in debt up to his eyeballs.
I bet you that guy's got a $500 a month payment on that thing.
Yeah. Okay, we got another question here. Dave, how do you stop yourself from blowing your $4,500 on something else? Save it to buy your used pickup. So one way, okay, yeah. So basically, I always tell myself that those people, they're up to their eyeballs in debt, and one thing that's funny is when you're saving your money, all your friends are going to be talking to you, and they're going to tell you, oh, if I had that much money, I would do this with it. I would do this with it. I would do this with it.
I'd buy this. I'd buy that. I'd blow it.
Yeah. The reason they don't have the money is because they blow all their money on stupid stuff, because they would do this, they would do that, they would do this.
Right.
Well, if you really want to save money, don't spend the money.
Yeah.
It really is that simple. If you want to be rich, just don't spend your money. Just save it. And, just find the best ways to save money. And, there's one thing I liked, Dave Ramsey, he always talks about how people, they basically, convince themselves into saying, I deserve this. I deserve this.
I work hard.
I work hard.
I deserve
I work
this.
hard. I deserve a brand new F-250.
Right.
But
you don't. Not when it's with debt. If you have the money free and clear, and that's what you decide to spend it on, go for it.
One thing I always tell myself is, if you don't have the money to pay cash, then you don't deserve it.
There's another guy I watched on YouTube, and he was like, if you can't buy 3 of them, don't buy one.
Can't buy 3.
If you can't buy 3 of them, you can't afford one.
Dang, that's pretty good.
I thought that was solid.
That's a cool statement.
Yep. Yeah. If you can use it to make money, but
pay cash for it though.
Yeah, I mean, always pay cash for it. And one thing you're going to start looking at as you start budgeting and stuff is how much money will I lose on this when I go to resell it. My father-in-law and I, we buy and resell a lot of stuff from yard sales, and that's absolutely always in the back of our head. What is this worth? What is it going to be worth a year from now? What is it going to be worth 5 years from now? And is it worth my investment now? Can I get rid of it right away? And obviously when we buy stuff, we have to buy it well under that amount to be able to turn it for a profit. Brian one summer helped me rebuild. What did we rebuild? Like 10 lawnmowers. I was buying lawnmowers for
because it sucks balls.
All right, so I was buying lawnmowers for $5-10. They're broken at yard sales, and I clean the carbs out. Sometimes I'd replace the string, and that was it. That's all I ever did. Sometimes I tried to pour the gas out and put new gas in. I'd resell them for $80 to $150 a pop. I mean, it's a great method. There's always little side hustles you can do to pay off debt quicker, to start saving money.
Another thing Dave Ramsey talks about that I like, he always says a lot of people, they convince themselves to buy new stuff because their old stuff is always breaking, right? And he says, basically, a lot of people, they say they're spending more money on repairs than they would if they had a new vehicle. Well, you're not really saving any money if you buy the new vehicle, because basically, let's say you have a few big repairs in a row, right? You spend $500 on an axle, another, I don't know, $500 on a radiator somehow or something. Let's just say you have a few big expenses. Okay, that's $1,000, right? And you're in shambles now because you think you're going broke repairing the vehicle, right? And then you say, oh, I'm just going to go buy a new car because I'll spend less on maintenance. Well, it's actually not really true, because if you do those repairs and you spend $1,000, if you go buy a new vehicle, how long would it take you to spend $1,000 in payments? That's what I always like to tell myself. So basically, if you go buy a new truck, you're going to spend $400 a month on a monthly payment.
Not more than that these
or
days.
$500.
How much those trucks cost?
And that's not even including the down payment, right? So
the initial amount you got to put down.
The initial payment you put down, that's a few $1,000s. And then you're paying monthly. Boom, boom, boom. So they just get you. And it's a trap, basically, because what happens is you go buy the vehicle, you're making payments as the vehicle is getting older, right? As soon as you're done paying it off, then guess what? You're going to be back to right where you were.
You're going to get the next vehicle.
And you're going to go want to get another vehicle.
You're
and
always have a payment.
And it's a cycle. So don't get in the cycle. Just go get a used vehicle, maintain it, just... Yes, we are, J-Bo.
So one thing I like to keep in the back of my head.
J-Bo knows a little bit about Dave Ramsey.
I always pretend,
I got him onto it.
Nice. I always pretend it's like the 50s and 60s when there was no debt and you couldn't borrow money. You couldn't borrow money to pay for a car. You could buy it outright, and you fixed everything. Yeah. You fixed your fridge, you fixed your stove, you fixed your oven. That's a man's man, right?
Yep.
And
you want to be a man? Stop fixing your own stuff.
Man's man, fix your stuff. Stop buying new stuff. That's the easy way.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I just pretend that there is no credit and no debt, and it works.
Definitely.
It works.
You want to be a man, you get yourself one of these chainsaws.
Where's that home light? Has it got a teeny? No, give me the one with the smallest chainsaw blade.
It's a bar.
Oh yeah, sorry, bar. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you get yourself one of these little guys right here.
Here, let's take that chainsaw out. Actually,
okay.
I just fixed this chainsaw with my grandpa.
Is this the one?
So this isn't the one I did on the live stream.
Oh, I got you.
But this chainsaw right here, this McCulloch, I like to call these McClintocks for some reason. I don't know why.
Nah.
But anyways, this chainsaw right here. Look at those teeth on that thing. They're pretty bad shape. Anyways, I had it going earlier in the kitchen.
Really?
And,
you ran it in your house?
Yeah, just for like 2 seconds.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I know you want to. Don't do it. Oh, jeez. Here we go. All right, what other questions do you guys got?
Yeah, what's some questions?
You gotta buy a 100K service truck to fix your equipment. No, you gotta hire a mechanic. He's only $40,000 a year.
Yeah. 100K.
Get your own diesel mechanic. Right out of school.
Yeah.
Have him supply his own tools.
Yeah. You gotta go further in the hole if you do that one, brother.
His wife, she's awesome. She puts my wife to shame.
Dude, my wife, she loves our diet. This is what our goal is, though. We have made a promise to each other. We say, once we have our house and our shop, then we will spend more on food. Until we have our house and our shop, we are eating beans and rice, baby. That's the way it is.
Employees cost more than they're worth, in my opinion. If you have to pay him insurance and stuff like that, probably.
Sometimes.
That's why you do it all under the table, man. His name's Juan. He's on Craigslist.
The employees, I haven't had an employee, so I can't really say, but you don't really make the same amount of money you make just with yourself. The profit margin is way less.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to make sure your employees are making you money.
Yeah,
on top of their costs.
They have to be team players. They have to want your business to succeed as much as you do for them to be worth anything. If they don't want your business to succeed, they ain't worth a dime. Because all they're going to do is treat your equipment hard, and they're going to break your stuff.
Yep.
So.
Yep. For sure.
Honey,
for sure.
Words of advice. We're talking about budgets. What's your advice?
I don't have any.
She doesn't have any advice. Only thing I don't agree with Dave and you on this is not living life to the fullest. Love of money is the root of all evil, and money, in my opinion, should be viewed as a way to share love and service. Well, okay, the love of money is the root of all evil, not money, okay? So
yeah. Money itself is a tool.
Money makes you more of what you are, right? And one thing that's going to be super cool is once you become, once you are set and you're retired and you go to a restaurant and you drop a $200 tip on the table for the guy that doesn't even know you, that's when it pays off. Yeah, when you can give like nobody else because you live like nobody else.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, that's exactly it. I mean, yeah, you have the extra money to do those nice things. And you can truly afford it versus, strapping yourself.
And J-Bo, I wouldn't say I'm not enjoying my life. I love my life. I mean, we enjoy everything about our life, don't we, honey? The only thing we don't really enjoy right now is our neighbor, and that's gonna be gone soon enough. We'll be in our own home soon enough, so that will be.
I have a really good life. One of the agreements with my wife when we started doing this is she wanted to continue having one true vacation a year. So we just dropped $3,500 for a cruise this upcoming spring. So paid for it cash. I go on vacation. It doesn't follow me home.
Yeah,
it's done. So, as far as living a good life, I live a really good life. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Josh isn't as gung-ho as I am on the food budget, Yabo. Yes, Ben. That is exactly it.
Yep,
One thing else I wanted to point out, J-Bo, because of my strict obedience to this food budget, somebody sent me $200 so I could amplify my food budget on YouTube. That was super cool of the guy who did that, just so you know. If I wouldn't be living this budget, they wouldn't have sent me $200.
Oh man!
So that was super cool.
I hope you bought some meat with it.
We did. Oh, we bought some steak. We bought, we were living it up for.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
bro. That's a sad situation.
Everything dies.
Yeah.
Everything moves on. That's how you explain it.
I'd say-
I'm not going to touch the last part there.
Yeah, I don't even know what that means. But
Yeah.
whatever.
You don't want to know.
does. He's a EMT, right?
Yeah.
I had an 85 at one point, hated it. I scaled back and have way less headaches. Yeah.
It's because you're not bumping up and down the road like Brian.
Yeah.
That time I called you, I could hear it. I called you.
When was that?
When you were on the freeway, when you were working I-5.
Oh, yeah, my dump truck. I got a new seat for that. And I paid cash for
I
it.
remember I was like, what is that sound? Oh, that's just me going down the road.
Yeah, going down the road.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right, any other questions before we wrap this up? Do a budget. Bottom line, do a budget. Tell your money where to go. And
don't watch where it goes.
Don't try to catch up with it later. Don't look at the end of the year and see the $15,000 of fast food, because that seriously happened to me one year.
Yeah.
And pack lunches and eat at home. Those are the tips.
Yeah. Don't live thank God it's Friday to oh God it's Monday.
Ooh, yeah. Yep. Don't blow it all on the weekend.
Yep.
Don't blow it all on the weekend. Stay disciplined. Allow yourself some fun, but if you drink, it's way cheaper to drink at home than it is to go out to the bar. So, we all know that. Have some friends over and drink some root beers.
Yeah, if you just plan your fun, it ends up costing you way less. Just don't do things spur of the moment, because that's when you end up paying for it.
Yeah, any decision you're making, because if you're trying to make a quick decision, or you're trying to, if you feel pressured, it's a bad decision already. Just recognize it's already a bad decision. If you're not able to walk away for a day or two and think about it, don't make that choice. I mean, it's setting you up for failure.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, guys, don't forget to check out the Instagram, check out the Patreon, Facebook. We're working on those pages. We got a lot of great content coming out. We got a budget video that goes in depth on my budget and Josh's budget.
Only 2 likes. Let's get more likes real quick for the end of this.
Yeah, pound that like button.
Hit that
guys.
like button real quick.
There's 7 of you guys watching. Let's get that up to 7 likes.
Let's grow Brian's channel.
Yeah.
Let's get this going.
Yep. So check out those videos. Share the playlists. Share all the videos you can. All the ones that make you laugh and you like. And
don't forget, we're just young dumb guys. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just making it up as we go, really. But it's working, though.
Yeah, it's working.
What we're doing, it's working.
We're following a plan, and having a plan is that's step 1 to success. Have a plan, and that's what a budget is. A budget is a plan.
He does not run a truck as of right now.
No.
Nope. Josh is an EMT.
Yep. I work not a 9 to 5, but I work a different kind of job, and but we're all the same stuff applies.
Yep. But he is working towards eventually running his own business.
Yes, I will eventually run my own business. You're very welcome.
Yep. All right, guys.
Have a good night, guys. Stay safe.
Pound that like button. Pound the subscribe button. Share this. And we got a video coming out. I already said it. About budget. Goes in depth. Don't be afraid to check out that video also. And comment. And
Brian shares his bank account. What? That's crazy.
Okay. That's the last little information about that video. All right. Check out. I'll catch you guys later.
I'm not showing my bank account.